Jim McWhirr teaches English and Theory of Knowledge at Mattlidens Gymnasium's IB program. The IB is an internationally recognized matriculation examination which qualifies candidates for admission to universities and colleges all over the world. The IB program is demanding, and there are differences compared to the national high school curriculum in Finland.
There are several reasons, I think, why a student might be interested in studying the IB. One is that the IB has been recognised, at least I think it was in England that the IB was recognised by universities as being the best programme of studies that a student could take. It gave them the best chances of getting into university. It was most valued by university admissions personnel. But the IB is different, particularly in the way I think that it encourages students to be active and involved in what they're doing. It encourages students to think critically, to ask questions, and it challenges the students perhaps in a more interesting way than the ylioppilastutkinto. It demands a certain amount of enthusiasm, certainly, and it demands a certain minimum commitment, I think, to doing some work at school and managing time and being able to meet some deadlines with tasks that you have to do. Unlike in the ylioppilastutkinto, you can't just sort of leave it all to the last minute and just learn a bit for the exams. There's lots of coursework that you have to do throughout the diploma programme. Lots of assignments that you have to complete and hand in before the final exams. Apart from other languages, like of course Finnish, Swedish, French, other languages are not studied in English, but everything else is studied in English: mathematics, history, economics, and it's a great chance to improve language skills and to learn English. I mean, by the time students leave here, they're almost native in their control of English.
Practical nurse education, P&E, is a profession for people wanting to work on the care field. Pirjo is the head of the studies at Omnia Vocational College and teaches mainly educational studies to practical nurse students.
Okay, practical nurse is a very good profession because you have a bunch of variety where you can work after graduation. Mainly our practical nurse education students, they graduate for this children and youth program, so their field is working with children. But also they can work with elderly people, disability environments, school environments, wherever practical nurse qualification gives the right to work. On the job learning studies, the students, they practice their skills in the real environments. So one job learning will be done among the children, and then they continue to nursing, and that's in healthcare, elderly people's environments, and then they continue to do the rehabilitation studies, which is working with the disabled people, students in special schools, and so on and so on. And then during their last year, they have 2 placements which are in schools or in kindergartens because they are in this children and youth program. Totally, it's almost 30 credits of their studies in the placements. Whether they have qualification on the other vocational field or then they have done their high school studies. That's the basic requirement. Then, of course, we are very happy if the student knows about how to cooperate in this Finnish environment. They know already little Finnish language, which is needed during their placement studies. So that's kind of the official requirements which are given by the National Board of Education.